Erica LORRAINE Spencer here. This is the P.O.C, Pattern of Conduct, real-time documentation of the state of California's criminal pattern of conduct of federal stalking in concert with the people of the state of California in violation of existing federal law, that is 18 U.S.C. section 2261A, subsection 1 and subsection 2. This is ongoing documentation that is specifically gathered following my release from kidnapping by this entity that was ceaselessly monitoring in violation of 18 U.S.C. and in violation of Title 15 and in violation of the Prison Rape Elimination Act, as I was subject to the same exact criminal pattern of conduct while kidnapped by this entity seeking to conceal this criminal system that I am documenting and publishing and exposing on the venue of the internet, where I am also subject to the criminal pattern of conduct, and understand that kidnapping is the pattern of conduct that is criminal obstruction of justice, as the entity seeks to avoid prosecution and to avoid documentation and exposure for engaging in this criminal system. The people of the state are the vicarious aspect of the entity. They are engaging in federal stalking as I am kidnapped by the state inside of the state facilities, all right? And they are fully engaging in kidnapping upon criminal summoning. So this is the this is the entity from beginning to the end engaging in the criminal acts of the federal stalking and the acts of criminal obstruction of justice. This is also documentation on the venue of the internet engaging in the criminal pattern of conduct via obstruction of justice, and this is in any way reducing or removing the ability to publish the ongoing documentation of the state's criminal pattern of conduct, which is waging an ongoing threat to my life as I remain subject to this criminal system. And this is the criminal pattern of conduct on the venue of the internet, okay? And that is the totality of what I have documented since release. I was kidnapped from June 18, 2021 from third-party facilitating venue of the Ontario Museum of History and Arts, where the Ontario Police Department were monitoring, and this in conformity to the ongoing wealth of documentation that I have already published, specifically revealing the Ontario Police Department engaging in monitoring and kidnapping, which was via the assertion of a fictitious warrant pursuant to a fictitious prosecution. That is the people of the state of California v. Erica LORRAINE Spencer, case number Mary Wendy Victor 2000640. I was subject to kidnapping pursuant to this fictitious prosecution, documentation on the facility cameras everywhere that I was inside of the facility of West Valley, located at 9700 Etiwana Avenue in the city of Rancho Cucamonga, California, and at the state facilitating venue of the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court, located at 8303 Haven Avenue in the city of Rancho Cucamonga, and I was subject to federal stalking ceaselessly at the jail, at the courthouse, in the courtrooms, okay? The same exact pattern of conduct ceaselessly underway. The kidnapping serves obstruction of justice, and that this is kidnapping that I endured from June 18th, 2021 up until August 16th, 2021. This is the P.O.C. 09545N1 7VMA266 8XET911. It is, by the way, it's Saturday, and it is October 16th, 2021. It's 8:19 a.m. and the state's fake sun is at 7-Eleven at 204 North Euclid Avenue. And I just captured video of the state's fake sun, which is in alignment to me inside of the vehicle at 630 North Fern, while also the state is aiming what is its directed light onto the floor space by my feet. And on the passenger side of the vehicle, 8TLA735, LA90032. This is touching with directed light. This is the state engaging in keeping me surrounded with directed light. Absolutely demonic conduct. And that's also an act of terrorism, and that's what I'm showing. And this is minutes later, taking up the street to Upland, and the state's fake sun is over the 7-Eleven, where it's also present over the same 7-Eleven at 10 a.m., after 10 a.m., showing the ongoing stalking with light. Directed light across 7-Eleven while 8TLA735 is on camera exiting the parking lot. 59467N1, 8WEP340, 67033G3. They are all group stalking. They're engaging in monitoring with communication devices. It's currently 8:20 a.m. And the state is, as I documented, engaged in ongoing molestation. The pattern of conduct, as I have shown you, showing what the people are engaging in. The pattern of conduct is necessarily including the people of the state, as you're looking at what is directed light across sidewalks, across buildings, across the bus bench as I'm sitting outside, as they are engaging in what is passing me by. That's called crossing path. And they're doing so under that which is not the sun. This is called a molestation. That is the state that is not only stalking, it is also touching. And that is to be prosecuted where a government is engaging in federal stalking. 64385Y1. And that is that which the entity does by the thousands. And this has been documented for years, the state engaging in this sort of terrorism and molestation of your entire body with that which is unnaturally occurring, while keeping what is a light source and light all around on surfaces and over my head or over any building. And this is so what I'm showing you in my video documentation, in order to understand what is molestation: the state touching you with that which is not naturally occurring, which is referred to as directed light, touching you on your breast, touching on your body, touching you anywhere. And engaging in what is stalking is in every way the same sort of unlawful touching. In many ways, it is worse. It's an egregious violation of the person. And it is an act of terrorism while the state is engaging in this stalking conduct with its directed light and then molesting your body with it. This is what the people of the state are doing. And this is demonic activity that is being practiced corporately on a major scale. So this is an egregious violation of the person. It is a form of infliction of systematic suffering while the people of the state are engaging in systematic monitoring and group stalking. All right. So I want to make sure I point that out. That's the video that I captured at 630 and I've already at 630 North Front, and I've already showed how the state is keeping its fake sun in Ontario. So I go up the street minutes later and I'm arriving here at 204 North Euclid Avenue, where the fake sun is over the venue. I just showed you yesterday while I arrived here, the state is engaging in maintaining. The state keeps its fake sun over 150 East Holt, the San Bernardino County Health Building, a public building, not private property. It is government property, where I am a recipient of government benefits, and you have what is hostility to being documented while they're engaging in sexually violent criminal conduct and engaging in what is criminal summoning, all of them under the fake sun. All right, while I am still in Ontario at 150 East Holt, and the state's fake sun is blazing over the demon-possessed Ontario Police Department, over the state actor, the African-American woman identifying herself as Richardson, engaging in harassment. All of this is documented criminal conduct for which the entity is going to be prosecuted for, and that's exactly why I documented it. I have already established what they were engaging in as they were doing it. This is punctuating that ongoing point, and you're seeing what are psychopaths, okay? That is engagement by the pattern of conduct, by the way, under the fake sun, including Allied Universal, who, by the way, engaged in what is literally failing but trying. This is what the demons do. This is what demonic activity is about. Obstruction of justice, piecemealing, and couldn't even do that, coming up with some false narrative as to why they were trying to engage in obstructing my ability to enter a public building, and then going so far as to summon the entity that is already monitoring together, stalking around the corner, and literally arrived pursuant to the demonic behavioral pattern while I'm recording my podcast, and I stop, while I'm recording video and I stop. That's the P.O.C, okay? Literally as they arrive, stalking, sitting around the corner on a limit, okay? License plate 5DQD436. 7 ESC 164, and the state is keeping its fake sun over 150 East Holt while I'm documenting what is a criminal act of criminal summoning, and then I'm documenting what is molestation of my person while the fake sun remains over 3-star janitorial in the city of Ontario. And so this is what you're remembering, and that's just one example. LA 90032 is now pulling off of the property of 7-Eleven, engaging in prolonged loitering in relevant position at the venue under the fake sun, and while ongoing directed light is surrounding. You have what is, and it's 8:24 a.m. by the way, you have what is the documentation of the state aiming directed light onto the floor panels of the passenger side of a car. This is speaking to the obsessive conduct. The state engaging in ongoing artificial noise inside of the vehicle as well, just like I'm showing you is occurring inside of the bathroom. It's called amplification. It's called artificial activity. The state does this in the private space. The state does this inside of any location where you are at. The state is acting in concert with the people of the state as well. And the state amplifying artificial noise, engaging in sensational activity inside of the car, and engaging in what is molestation with directed light.
including what I'm showing you in the morning with directed light on the floor panels. Okay, it's totally shaded. The state's fake sun is over. First of all, this isn't the sun, clearly, but you also have what is directed light, which is separate from the placement of the state's fake sun, while the car door is closed. You're talking about absolutely impossible light activity. The state is just touching. It's just placing its light all around, which is what it's doing for you, UR 783. And that is what I'm capturing on video. And so this is relevant to the prosecution. It's relevant to revealing what are psychopaths who I'm documenting with regard to Freedom Forever, license 67033G3, directed light. And they're also driving past in directed light as they exit the venue. They're parked in directed light on the other side where the car wash side is. And this is what is visible on their vehicle while the fake sun is on the opposite side. So in other words, it wouldn't be creating what is directed light. As you're seeing, what is the appearance of the state's concentrated directed light, as I've shown you, is appearing on that commercial vehicle, which is the ongoing evidence of what they're doing while they're group stalking at the property. Anyway, it is currently 8:26 a.m. And that is video. I'm going to show you what is the fake sun at 8:26 a.m. And it is, 8:19 a.m. I begin recording. The state is following with its fake sun from 630 North Fern. And Union Pacific engaged in what is ongoing terrorism while at 630 North Fern. While the state is, while I'm not on the property of the museum, the state is amplifying artificial activity. That's going to be attributed to what is 630 North Fern, or you can attribute it to MetroLink. It is really, it really does not matter. It's the government's pattern of conduct, and no train activity is going to be audible inside of the car. And the state is not only creating train activity, the sound, and remember what I mean by train activity, audible activity, as though the train is going to be heard inside of the vehicle or on that street, on that corner, inside of people's homes. And the state is not just engaging in that act of terrorism and harassment. You're talking about an incessant sounding of a train, repeatedly sounding it, and doing so while I'm inside of the car, okay? And so I want to document that, and that is attributed, I would say, Union Pacific, but it really does not matter. All the target individual needs to do is document it. The state's engagement in the pattern of conduct by Amtrak is clear. The state's pattern of conduct by Union Pacific is clear. The state's engagement in the pattern of conduct by MetroLink is clear. This is the state's P.O.C, and the state engaging in terrorism and sounding what is impossible audible activity that is speaking to the demonic, all right? And it's an act of terrorism and harassment while the state is very aware of where I'm sleeping. And my not being on the grounds of the museum is not stopping documentation of the entity and the state and third-party actors who are utilizing means of interstate commerce. Those are the trains that implicate federal law as well, while they are used to engage in what is harassment and demonic activity, terrorism, pursuant to what is federal stalking. And so there are different ways that the federal law is going to intersect with what the government is doing, which is federal stalking in concert with the people of the state. It's 8:28 a.m. and this is P.O.C. Alrighty, group stalking at gas stall, at the gas stalls, entering. They're on surveillance cameras in the parking lot. There are on the surveillance cameras inside of the venue, and you're looking at them on camera, crossing path. Remember, they're under the state's engineered light. So while these demons open their trunk and their car doors, they're creating activity, and it's intentionally so. They're psychopaths. They're stalking with light and stalking in the path. 8 MOA 163. Group stalking at gas stall number 3. License 7E-SC 164. And this is also the same location when I go back 1 block to 2nd Avenue, and I'm showing you what is P.O.C. while I have 2 shadows in front of me. I'm standing in front of Roy Cyclery. This is the same location, the state's fixed, and this is at 9:35 a.m. Again, following from the museum in Ontario. 8T19453, 8LGF286, 59467N1, I believe is the same plate. This is P.O.C. at 7-Eleven in Upland. All right, I did document on the surveillance cameras inside of the 7-Eleven right now at 8:32 a.m. While ONTFIRE drives past the entrance door, the state aims directed light onto the floor. I'm standing in the front of the store where the refrigerated the refrigerated aisle is, where the sandwiches are, where they keep the fruit. This is an old white man with shorts on, entering in with a black t-shirt. As he crosses path, the state is aiming what is impossible light activity, shimmering it across the floor and across the register. That's the area where I'm standing at. And I do reference the surveillance cameras. He's on the parking lot cameras, and that old demon-possessed stalker is entering inside right now at 8:32 a.m. That's the P.O.C. of the directed light, shooting it inside of a venue with simultaneity to the crossing of path by the demon-possessed. This is P.O.C. All right, and I did re-enter the venue. I just wanted to document that license plate. They are maintaining presence inside of the 7-Eleven. This is group stalking. These are the demon-possessed inside of the 7-Eleven, maintaining presence and activity. It's 8:33 a.m. 23X2006 5A18941 8VCW561 6W11916. And I took pictures of what are the group stalkers that are maintaining presence at the front of the store where I'm at, while the state is aiming directed light. All right, the same thing you're looking at outside, the state is doing it inside of the 7-Eleven. All right, and these are the demon-possessed filling the venue, monitoring 8MLX396 8RDD021. P.O.C. It's 8:37 a.m. NHY174 W6 W642VO 5ANF688 7PFJ 583 5YG364, I believe, 6NEW 787 28187J2. Let's see. 8HOL367. 7JUV267. These are all under engaging in what is crossing path under the fake sun at 7-Eleven at 8:43 in the morning. Engaging in the act of terrorism that I'm documenting. This is the same entity engaging in a federal stalking where you're sleeping, where they know where you're sleeping, and they're being a stalker. 8NDIKA, and they're being a sex offender, that they are, all right? Engaging in what is harassment. 9175383, SRM. 7NSU529, 8PQY808, 655259, P2. 0743 5W2. 7WYE180, 8MU491. Trying to see the rest of that one though. License 7210072, 7BFY716, 28614P1. This is the same entity engaging in terrorism inside of the neighborhood 7-Eleven while the state aims its directed light. 6KEV 480. 89897T2. 7DGH142, 6NYM536. Seven VCE 896. 8ABP 919, 8RNP382, 8YGM 551, 5RJG 412, 5ZEN 309, BD04. I'm sorry, I can't see that one. 7NFY 8. I can't see 187, but I can't really see the rest of that one. Upland Police engaging in P.O.C. monitoring the 7VCE 896, who's monitoring at the red light right beside me while this Upland is using their police lights and sirens. 8HEG 875, 8PCD 8T2, I believe. I'll see that in a second. Upland Police loitering in relevant position under the fake sun, monitoring via a traffic stop. That's P.O.C. 8PDB 872, 8HEG 875, 81415R1. 7ZAG 003. They're all monitoring together with the Upland Police, okay? 8UQA473. And understand this is the same when Upland Police are hiding around in relevant position. They're just visibly present using their lights. 8PPU717. Vertex, crossing tab. 8W62699. I read that one already. All right, license 12844G3. 7WAY 339. 8REF 433. 8WLG 567. 8XET 911, leaving 7-Eleven now. Let's see. 7FCP 866. 7UHE 781. They're all engaging in terrorism with Upland Police right now. Understand the context, what's ongoing. 7MJT061, 6SWE 810, 8LJA 778, 3J37709, 8KSZ 643, but I can't really see that one. 8LJL 728, and it's 8:47 a.m. 7UHE 781, 8HYG 450. 7N RV 861. All right, license 8XQV 728, 7DOL 156, 6AYD. Hold on, I'll get that one in a second. Let me get this one. License plate 6YGL 614, 6AXD 952. 31743C1. 7BBX 587. 8DHL 912. 6TPE 126. 6ZS030, I believe. 7AZL 695. 6FHN 634. 8VQB 732. 8AKM 182. 8AYK 937. 42690U1. 7J98660. 8CFG 806, 8EHW 209. All right, this is the same street, the same block where the state was showing you what is demonic activity while these same demon-possessed actors, the people of the state, were driving by and what was directed light all over the road and the street. That's exactly what is ongoing. This is P.O.C. and Upland Police have zero form. They're engaging in terrorism. Understand how the entity engages in what is their satanic monitoring conduct, and there's no form. 6ANP 808. This is the same block. Okay, there's no form. 5VMC 786. Engaging in presence with light activity and representing law enforcement is the act of terrorism. This is how they engage in stalking conduct. And this is demonic activity. All right. 8TTJ475. 7EXF283. 7PGL134.
You need help with your bags?
No, get away from me. Bye. Sure. That's a third party loitering in relevant position. License plate 65716A1, 7EHD941, 7LZS 778, 6ZDC 882, 7L69630, 7FRK 699, 109. Hold on, 10917J2. My stuff is sitting perfectly fine right here next to me. That's called audible activity, loitering in relevant position. You have a group stalker stalking with peculiarized light at a lower image on the opposite side of the street, while Upland Police are stalking with their lights on their police vehicles is where they're monitoring together under the fake sun. Okay? It is currently 8:51 a.m. and the group stalker monitoring, stalking with light, turning their hazards on, stopping in alignment, 5NJD921. That's an act of terrorism, including with the Upland Police. That's an act of terrorism. That's law enforcement engaging in the demonic conduct. And it's also the manifestation of demon possession. That's why they are also engaged in terrorism. 32247H1, 7RYE340, 5VUR756, 5GGS853, 5 5DQK389. What I will do is I will document on this side of the street, and I will also get the third party and the police who are monitoring together. Understand a traffic stop is the elements of light activity, relevant positioning. 5YVB069, and they're doing it under the fake sun. So you're looking at the same P.O.C. 8MKS751. 5VPT708. 5RTU886. 91721N1. 6XOY758. 8RFF712. Group stalking with Upland Police is license 6DLV965 and Upland Police license plate 1464390. Understand, no ticket given in order to substantiate this loitering in relevant position is any form. They're engaging in federal stalking, and that's the P.O.C. 7YGA461, 7TLU974. 74423W2, 423LZ handicap, 8KHK164, 6JXB821, 55948D2, 01444V1. This is how the entity engages in federal stalking in plain sight. All right, maintaining presence and outwardly appearing as though they are focused on something else when all of the elements are present, the environment is present, and you have what is the act of terrorism while law enforcement engage in the systematic stalking, because that's what they're doing, and they're doing it in concert with the people of the state. 23511U2, 8XID890, 7MPF764, 6THD232. 4VQT241, 8AKA905, 8CEC168, 66467M2, 8WCZ626, 5VNL525, and directed light on the road as well. That is Upland Police vehicle number 209, license 1464390. That's a Caucasian male. And this is an African American, or I don't know what that is. He's olive skin, curly top, driving what is a PT Cruiser. And it is 8:54 a.m. State's fake sun is remaining over me. Remember, in Ontario, when they're engaging in criminal summoning, as I am documenting what is the P.O.C. while the fake sun is over that building. So I just want to be clear as to what you are, what I'm revealing as to what law enforcement does. License 4WTK025, 8NVG198, 8SCK922, 5NLC680, 6VFD237. 8UHT049, 7DFD064, 7LXV275, 5TYG364, 7VCU050, 8BQR538, CHEBITA. Engaging in terrorism together, okay? It's 8:55 a.m. 5CLC217. 8EMM143. Oh, and let me be clear, Omnitrans crossing path as well. And while I am documenting directed light, okay, while the same exact pattern of conduct, you have law enforcement present visibly communicating a terrorizing threat. 6LXK686, 7BZR645, BR03J85 paper, 8RTD573. Frito-Lay, that's a brand, Frito-Lay, crossing path. License, let's see, directed light in front of their truck, license 39482T2, 5RDT458, KVJ146, but I can't really see that one. License 6TLJT32, 7NRE988, there you go. 7JUK123. 8SSS454, Upland Public Library engaging in terrorism with Upland Police. Just like when they engage in criminal summoning. They're just doing outside under the fake sun, which was nowhere over the Upland Public Library yesterday while I'm in Fontana. 942272, 942272. 8XT, I can't see that one. 7BHC561, 7UWH309, 7EMC755, 8HGA877, FABULSI, 7GDY592, 71265B3. Directed light across a lower image at 188 Euclid Avenue. That's audible activity under the fake sun. License 8MZL451 5941683 8GSN235 6TO2378. License 4XQ5719, I believe. 8RSG022 38305P1. License BM9. I can't see the rest of it. That's a paper plate. They are crossing path in magnified light. The shadows are to the driver's side of the car. And this is because the state's fake sun is directly above hitting the passenger side of the car. And remember, that changes based on what side of the street where I am. 8GVD970. And then you have what is the concentrated color of directed light. 7GJB104. 7KDP004. 7RKC012. 8LTA271. 48964U2. 8DO4605. 8UNF695. 61448U2. 7U13793. I think I read that one already. See. License 7P XH. I can't really see that one. 6RW B854 21541B1 6NMB. Or you can scratch that one. I can't see that one. It's 9 a.m. 56495W1. This is a Texas plate. Oh, no, it's not. 7VAY096. 54724X2. 6ZGY911. 5LXT990. 564. I read that one already. 7HME780 paper is BR81L95, I believe. 7ERA229, 7ETJ603, 7BNW198, 30773T2, 8PMA261, 5FKA548, 8HUU652, 6LGU237, 8PVA986, 78337P2, 7DFN442, 7NVB855. Remember, the state is keeping its fake sun over 630 North Fern Avenue right now. The state's fake sun is remaining until after 10 a.m., after 10:38 a.m. It's right here in Upland over me right now, 8WHC097. So you're going to recall the totality of what I'm revealing as to the P.O.C. and you're understanding what is not only demonic activity, but stalking. That's the psychopath that is stalking and seeking to outwardly appear as though they're focused on something else, they're doing something else. That's a psychopath. 8ATP600. The pattern of conduct is already established. The state is keeping its fake sun over 3-star janitorial at this time in Ontario, while the Ontario police are loitering in relevant position at the San Bernardino County building. And what is around? Directed light. The P.O.C. hasn't stopped. 7SMB419. 7XBS387. You are witnessing Upland Police engaging in the P.O.C., engaging in terrorism with 7X94105, 8GQY015, 7XIH022. All of them are sex offenders. 6ZZSO30, 8TGL070, BTY Heart PGY, 6JXA789, 6JIN198, I believe, or 6JUN198. Let me see. 6JJN198, 8TGL070, 8GT, I can't really see the rest of them, 5AMW307, 8NXL396, 8SHN819, 8TD, 8TD, I can't really see that plate. 8SHN819, excuse me. I read that one. 84086N2, Upland Police. That was vehicle number 209, now leaving that after loitering in relevant position on the southbound side of Euclid Avenue, monitoring and engaging in facilitation of monitoring. 7SSN140, 7N67943, 6B49853. I can't say that one. Brink Security. Vehicle 1922275. That's a federal plate. Again, that's license 146390. Substantially similar. I documented the license plate on my podcast and I got them on video. Now leaving from loitering in relevant position. That is prolonged presence of law enforcement. CRZRYD, intended to be a threat as you document while they engage in what is passive aggressive stalking. And you have what is maintenance of presence in the state's light and in the state's directed light while ongoing patrolling is underway. That's the pattern of conduct. License 6T20378, license 49658D3, giving what is a traffic ticket to what is a third party under the fake sun in directed light and relevant position is called the pattern of conduct by what is a psychopath that has no form. Okay, 5HON9. I can't see the rest of that one. 59935B2, 631BF, 8JSK114, FedEx crossing path, 8NXR929, 54282Y1, 219, I can't see the rest of that one, 8DMJ215, 4VZM752, 6F, I can't see that one, 8FIL797, 944TKB, 6LRU484. It's 9:05 a.m. 8KYB189, 7LXV275. Walworth and Sons. Crossing path in magnified directed light 39865H2. I read that one. Paper BS38E29. It is currently 9:05 a.m. This is P.O.C. State's fake sun remaining over now what is the 7-Eleven, because this is where I'm remaining, right? And this is where they are all crossing path, including Upland Police. All right, I want to document Brink Security engaging in P.O.C. as a vendor at 7-Eleven, stalking with peculiarized light. The federal plate on this actor, let me get this license, 7KPK000, is monitoring with Brink Security. And Brink Security engaged in kidnapping as well, patrolling on the in relevant position while kidnapped by the Sheriff's Department, and the fake sun remains over that Sheriff's Department vehicle while en route. License plate of Brink's is an Indiana plate, 2961971. This is stalking with peculiarized light. Understand it's the same thing that FedEx, UPS, United States, it's the use of light. Brinks is nothing but a means of identifying. It is engaging in the pattern of conduct under the same exact environment. And this is the psychopath that utilizes a brand while the same POC is underway, okay? And this is the same pattern. FedEx is crossing path again. It's 9:06 a.m. All right, I do have what is a documented video of the same conduct. You're recognizing what is a brand, which again is a means of identity. It is showing the malice of the entity. The government is acting through any and everyone. You're looking at the pattern of conduct, all right, in that same environment that is deliberately maintained. And it is prosecution is irrespective of your identity. 8P20650. And that was Brink Security engaging in federal stalking, doing so, engaging in the creation of peculiarized light under the same exact fake sun and in directed light, and engaging in also monitoring with the Upland Police. Okay, they're engaging in the POC and doing so. And the way that they are doing so, they're doing so with Upland Police while they are loitering a relevant position and crossing path. I want to make sure I note that. 8UQY398, 7NGA406, 46413C2, 7WQU793, 4PRF371, 8JJD893, 14535E3, 8GSZ346, 8CLN683. All right, so contrary to what the government system is designed, as to how it's designed, there is no outward appearance of some having some legitimate actor. So in other words, the mail delivery guy versus Brink Security, who is doing something so important. They're like carrying money, 8VRY800. They are above suspicion. No, they're not. They're in the exact same environment. They are engaging in federal stalking. It is the government's pattern of conduct, and it is underway. 1031930, and you have what is demonic activity, and that is the precise outward appearance that the demonic rely upon. All right, it's called form, and there is absolutely no form. FedEx is group stalking on the southbound side of Euclid Avenue, and Metrolink is creating light activity with the railroad track bars. This is P.O.C. It is currently 9:10 a.m. (1031930) 8D SN. I can't really see that one. I can't see that one. That's Metrolink engaging in P.O.C. right now. Light activity and audible activity. License 7ZCM569. Free volt. Eight BHH450, 8XFS592, 5WPR281, 7XJJ845, 6UWK682, 8HMZ925, 6HJBO28, 8RNX168, 7VZW566, BIMRUP, 7HGP393, 8FVB684, 8VBL596. It's 9:11 a.m. and the state is aiming directed light across the Allure image located at 188 while the demon-possessed stalkers are crossing path driving from Euclid Avenue onto 9th. All right, and 7N6593, I can't see the last character, I want to say 1, while in directed light, and they're in magnified light while they're crossing path on Euclid Avenue. Okay, Allure image is located at 188 Euclid. License 21816J2. 8, let's see, SVB720. 7N43840. 8NRB743, 8GVN572, 4YDY921, 6SXX835, 8KEN764, 8WPC101, 8RJW604. Metrolink is going westbound. 7RAR653, 7BXR545. All right, and understand that is an appropriated method of peculiarized light, okay? Flashing light. You're looking at all the ways in which the state is engaging in its demonic conduct, and it is outwardly appearing normal on its surface, okay? But for the pattern of conduct, it absolutely is normal. These are demons that are engaging in a pattern of conduct of federal stalking. 8NUE834, and their use with light, and the ways that they are using it, the ways that they are centered around it. 8SMG813 is not normal. LXY01, 6WKK767, 8VER288, 8X98395. They are engaging in following with the use of this light. It is peculiarized light. They have made it peculiar in that regard, and it's terrorism while they do so. 8KGM593, 8KJN623, 7EAL874, and they're doing so because they're monitoring with communication devices while they're practicing demonic ritualistic stalking conduct with an environment and by their persons. 6KTY530. Corporately, it's group conduct, and it's the government's system. Understand, it's the government's pattern of conduct. 7UGH832, 7YGW965. License plates 7EVF955, 7LAW782, 8FXP432. I think I read that one. 8W23224, 36989A2, 8LZX647. That it's 9:14 a.m. That is P.O.C. M10495, 6UUH510, 6SXX835, 8BJWO78. 8HCX589, 8CCT668, 4UWL962. The state aiming directed light across the road. They're driving on the street of Euclid, and I'm on the sidewalk, and the state is aiming directed light onto the sidewalk where I'm walking. The same directed light that I'm showing you on the buildings, on the walls, on the as recent as the bench while I'm sitting outside in front of 20 West Foothill U.S. Bank in Upland at the intersection of Foothill and Euclid, where the state's fake sun was directly behind me. And as I showed you on video while I'm on Omnitrans, the state passing up D Street, the Upland Public Library, not remaining over that venue, which is unmistakable as it is remaining in the window as I travel to the city of Fontana, not coexisting with remaining over D Street as already documented with remaining over the ceiling, the property, or over 7-Eleven. Okay, clearly going beyond that and traveling what is east to go into the city of Fontana. And that's everything you're going to remember while I'm documenting ongoing actors. All right, license. You're going to recall that. In other words, they are in the environment, and it is the exact same entity that engages in terrorism, surrounding with artificial noise, molesting with directed light, and stalking in the path. Stalking all around in the path. HCEV 718, 6YBE 914. G1, 7YNA 644. They crack me up with these little license plates, which you cannot read, and no officer would be able to read it. But when you're trying to obstruct being documented, they'll pass that up and engage in what is feigning a traffic stop in order to engage in federal stalking. All right. They have Times Roman font on that piece of paper on the back of that car. Let's see. UZE 527, 5837 OT2, 8FCG 8. I can't really see that one. Discuss that. P.O.S.T. M.A. 7WHD 711, 8PJR 212, 8BAF 789. 7SOD 788, 6X, I can't see that one, 8XBK 531, 8WZG 874, 5LJU 832, 8LRD 901. Monitoring at Molly Super, group stalking on D Street. While the state's fake sun is now over this street where I'm standing. License 6VHV079, 7LSV483. The state aims directed light onto the tree next to me while they cross path. License plate 8XRM137, 4YRC467, 8BXP478. And Upland Public Library personnel, as I already read their license plates, they're already inside of the venue. They are monitoring right now, okay? Even though the library doesn't open until 10, they are monitoring. They're in relevant position. Upland Unified School District at 390 Euclid, they're monitoring. Let's see, license plate 33837C2. 6N88650. Seven WDD 153. Six 9526F2 5THR 545 5B14934 8381681 7BSK 520 39133V2. Directed light in front of all of their vehicles while the fake sun is to the passenger side of their vehicles. It's riding on the asphalt in front of them. Coming toward me. License plate 8GFF351 03462A1. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've shown you hundreds of videos of what the state is doing with what is referred to as directed light. It's engineered light. This is speaking to what is demon possession. This is speaking to what is crossing of path and no ordinary presence. This is group stalking vicariously on behalf of the public entity, and intentionally so. License 8RNU 520 80464R2 8RTK734 8BYW 278 8SQV 986 8ULT 340, I believe 7EHE 537 4XUK 055 8XNR 273. All right, in front of the same law office, maintaining presence with me on the sidewalk, stalking with peculiarized light. This is a group stalker that stops at the street in alignment with me on the northbound side of Euclid, engages in reversing, and the state engages at the same time flying east over Euclid Avenue, and then is remaining present at this law office. This is relevant to the sidewalk area. It's called alignment with me, stalking with peculiarized light. That's a third party. That law office is right there at that end of the shopping center storefronts up Euclid Avenue before you get to Upland Unified School District. License 7JJW 849. And it's 9:23 a.m. That is the concerted conduct for monitoring, and it is demonic. License 7TKM320 8BHG364 2467183 8WPY437 7VCE457. Eight HGB 698 1031930. That's Upland School District. 6YGD 707. 7DFP 967. 7R73021. G460RO. 8GBN. 8BGN 266. 8PZW 195. 9255 8X2 7YJU 194, I believe. That's audible activity. In directed light under the fake sun. License plate. 8VPC447, 8SNK621, 87728F1, 7JEM658, 8YHY130, 8FJA436, all of them terrorists, while directed light, bars of directed light across the asphalt while the state is flying west in a commercial-sized airline plane over Euclid Avenue. While they're honk, honk, it's called audible activity. These are demons. All right, this little demon-possessed stalker over here, group stalking, with their headlights facing me. Molly Super, like I said, they're monitoring. All of them are. License 4109S1. BE, I can't see that one. That's a paper plate. 7 USX 837. Eight BCV 710, 8 EBK 742, 7 TRC 138, 8 RGK 713, 6 VCD 267, 7 AWU 561, 8 VVL 075, 5 XND 791. License 02220X2, 8 UGM 287, 6 YYD 787, 8 TVK 803, 2705 OE1, I believe, 33 YEARS, 8 VZZ 283, 76134R2, 7 ZGU 888, 8MO1096. This demon stalking with activity. All right, arriving right next to me as I take a deep breath. That's how they stalk with activity. This is how closely they're paying attention. 5 NFL 916, directed light and fake sun. Demonic behavioral pattern. License plate 6 TTE 740, 8 DTJ 858, 6255 9P2. License. While the state is flying over 5336. I don't know, that's some different looking license plate. And that's the state sound and plane engines. 8 UEP 329. So what am I speaking to? The state is patrolling via aircraft. The state's fake sun is directly over the street. Directed light, the indication that you are present on behalf of the state, patrolling an engineered light. You are in the environment and intentionally so. And stalking in the path, creating what is light activity while they are aiming their headlights toward me. This is demonic. The license plate on this vehicle. Get the rest of these too while I'm over here. This is, just take a listen. This is demonic. Three 468C3. That's audible activity while he's stalking in the path. License 6XTJ954, aiming his headlights toward me under the fake sun and in directed light. This is monitoring, and that music is called audible activity. This is a demon that's monitoring, stalking in the path. P.O.C. License 7LJL290. All right, and I went on ahead and took a picture of that. You're looking at what is the ominous stalking of the people. Playing some song is not normalizing that stalking conduct. It's called audible activity. And that is 6XTJ954, the one I took a picture of, group stalking by Upland Unified School District, where the state's fake sun is over me at the same street, where directed light is molesting and covering the asphalt while these demons are crossing path, okay? Including 7LMM589. Old as dirt, monitoring, engaging in satanic conduct. License 7A8127J831A0, 8N64595, 8HCL639. It's 9:30 a.m. Let's see. And recall, remember, at this time I had not even approached D Street. And as I get on the bus and I pass D Street, the state's fake sun is clearly passing it up. 8LCU 348, 8WOY 632, 88665B3. Speaking to what was P.O.C. as I'm documenting it, and this is P.O.C. now while the state's fake sun is remaining here as I am here. Not in Ontario. Okay, not headed toward Fontana to be over the Fontana Lewis Library all day long. Okay? And like I stated, and like I've shown it after example, never going to be over the Ontario Police Department at 2500 South Archibald Avenue. 8KWL 818, I'm nowhere near that address, and you're not over that building, piercing over the edge over my head while I'm at the Upland Public Library at 450 North Euclid Avenue. All right? And clearly not in Fontana at the Fontana Lewis Library. 7LO7975, 8FUZ 436, 8TYV 541. That is what Brink Security is engaging in. That is what 7MBZ348 is engaging in. But that's what the Upland Police Department are engaging in. 8KSG053. That which is entirely stalking. And the methods employed is revealing demon possession. Absolutely, indiscriminately. 7STS 826. 7VPD 278. And as I'm showing you their pattern of conduct, what I am showing, the demon possessed are violent sex offenders, engaging in that which is all manner of violation of the person and thinking that they would get away with that. 7NVU 308, because it's never been contemplated. First of all, perhaps not discerned, creating no legal framework. 7YMB 211, 7KXE 693, 5M71859, 8N 62512, 7TJP 863, let alone having the ability to create some sort of legal framework in order to address what demonic activity is ongoing. It's criminal, all right? And it is not impervious to being prosecuted in court because demon possessed are engaging in it. No, 7EOH 235. You're going to hang that on a banner. Make sure it's clear. These demon possessed actors are being prosecuted for criminal activity. 8LVA008. 63322W2, 8V57334, which is facilitated by government. 8XAW014, 7WXT505, 7ZAC025, 6VDE 690. And that is speaking to the times that we're in, speaking to the status of California, the United States. So you take that however you want. 8URV196, but this is exactly what it is. It is what it is, exactly what I'm saying. Many, many implications to deduce from that. License 47042L1, 7JAF259, 8TFW331, 6UVQ093, 08161A3, 8MQM580, 22679G3, 4WEK002, 7YGC774, 6SEP486, 8SYB716. T640E0. It's 9:34 a.m. Eight GTJ 934, 7 AEB 681, 8 MNE 572, BE 17M99 paper. 7R 87009. License 6HGW342, 8MRW751, 52771D3, 6ADE388, 7DHK742, 5YSJ373, MONSKID, 23671P2. Paper, I'll get that in a second. 8UTR176 and 8MTP171. Studying his communication device so hard, he needs to focus on the road. BM97T57. License 30959F3, 7HEW070, 7AQL056, 7WKS559, C 6PET708, 6ACK979, 7HAV955, 64315V1, 8HOJ512. License 8GHD569, 7XQV727, 2SWL989, 8BXE327, 8583R, that's a handicap plate. License, all of them molesting with directed light, okay? I've already shown that, but I just want to point that out. They're engaging in it as I speak. 6FYH531. Seven MNF389, 7KKY233 crossing path, group stalking regularly over here. 48173V1, 7RJP337, 8VMD984. Omnitransit crossing path going east on Arrow Highway and in relevant position in alignment with me right now, approaching north on Euclid Avenue. 7DYN639. I understand they're monitoring right now. I don't have to be on the bus. Clearly, I've shown that as they molest with directed light. You have what is presence under the fake sun. I just want to document that. It's P.O.C. It's 9:40 a.m. All right, giving you another vivid illustration of stalking with light while the Omnitrans bus, which at this time that I'm on and I'm passing up D Street using Upland Library as the example, 8CDS335, and the state is keeping its fake sun in the window in alignment with me, moving in real time, as opposed to being stationary as it is now. And as that Omnitrans bus is approaching north from, for example, 150 East Holt, that bus stop, the state's fake sun is not in the window of that bus as it's approaching and crossing me and proceeding north up to Foothill. That is not what's ongoing. The state's fake sun is clearly here over my head, and it is not remaining in alignment with that Omnitrans bus, and that's just an illustration. You can clearly see this. I'm showing you the same thing, and I'm showing you from different vantage points what you're looking at, all right? You're seeing the vehicle pass by. You're seeing the remaining presence of the state's fake sun. You've seen, and I'm capturing the remaining presence of the state's fake sun and the directed light, right, which is also the signature of the state, speaking to engineered light. You're in the environment, which is around me, and that is the state's light source in the window while I'm subject to federal stalking on that vehicle, which is not remaining stationary. While I'm on the vehicle, I'm showing you its in motion as it's proceeding north. I'm talking about the vehicle, north up Euclid Avenue. That's not what's ongoing. It's remaining right here. And it's not doing the same thing with F5SQA148. As they're up in Foothill, going wherever they are in Upland, the state is not keeping its fake sun in the window of their car, keeping it over their head all day long. That is not the circumstance of the third party or the state actor, the demon, in other words, that is engaging in the targeting system. You are targeted, and you are able to deduce this by the environment that is speaking to all manner of targeting, and an impossible and unnatural environment. All right, it's demonic activity. 8WHM454, and this is common sense. 8KUV253, and I'm showing you that which is a matter of common sense, breaking it down and showing you this same point in different methods while I'm on the vehicle, while I'm stationary, while I'm in different locations, while I'm at different locations at the same time. At the same time, excuse me, or you have what is also the comparison. What are you looking at? The state keeps its fake sun over me all day long. So you're also looking at that. Well, if it's remaining at the Ontario Open Family Community Library all day long, and that's a matter of documented conduct, How is it ever going to be over the ceiling of up and pub? It's not. That's the state's fake sun. That's not the sun. That's why. You're stalking with light and I'm subject to P.O.C. All right. It is the prosecution of the entire entity. And you are dealing with psychopaths. You are dealing with absolute Looney Tune bugs, okay? They are sickos. Demon-possessed actors are psychopaths and they're sex offenders, very violent sex offenders, okay? And then exceedingly hostile when you speak the truth, all right? And if you can't tell already, Erica Lorraine Spencer, I myself, I will speak the truth and I'm not going to be silenced. And then I'm going to prosecute you, okay? For license plate, let me get this, 283WM handicap, 5YCR530. 8JIT067, 8CMZ180, 7GTP350, 7EOU089, 8K97206, 7DXJ360, 5YNL205, 7ACD893, sex offenders, all of them, 8DZW804. Not only am I going to speak the truth, it doesn't matter who you are. I'm no respecter of persons with regard to what is criminal conduct. And what is demonic activity. No respecter of persons whatsoever. All right. And that's not my doing. This is about a clinical analysis about what is ongoing by a government. And I'm showing you how. Do not be deceived. It is through every single last one. This is a system in operation and I'm revealing it. And I am no respecter of persons with regard to what is literally what I'm being subject to. All right. But it's a matter of justice. You cannot particularize this and make it apply to one person. It doesn't apply to another. That's not what the facts suggest. But I'm also letting you know that I also understand that wouldn't even be accurate for purposes of what is a pattern of conduct. 7FBB994. A pattern of conduct is just that, irrespective of who is engaging in that pattern. The pattern exists on its own. And you're looking at who is vicariously engaging in what is the government's pattern of conduct. All right. And it is, let me be clear, demonic activity. It's demonic activity. And that is by a government engaging in what is satanic activity. Like I said, you take from that what you will. All right. But I'm just going to prosecute for criminal conduct. License 53482U2. It is 9:45 a.m. And that is P.O.C. All right. It is 9:55 a.m. While I stand in front of the entrance of the Upland Public Library, the state begins sounding sirens. A group stalker walks in front of me at the entrance. He walks past me toward the trash can and then double backs to walk back. That's called pacing. And then the state sounds its sirens and the fake sun is over the library. That's P.O.C. Okay. The Upland Public Library, Friends of the Library, this overweight Caucasian male with white hair. He drags a sign on the ground. This is a demon that's creating audible activity in the state's directed light while the state is sounding plane engines as well as I'm walking out. Like I said, they're monitoring at Molly Super. This is all relevant positioning. The state's fake sun moving it as I move. 8VIV280, 8MRW751, U-Haul. Let's see, 11559D3. The license plate of U-Haul. Understand, this is being used and it is representing presence of a third party who is engaging in federal stalking. The license plate is AK06581. License 8 U.S.C 684. 6ROX879, directed light across Carnegie Library while 8ALC029 is crossing path. Totally separate, impossible light activity, all right? Appearing at a distance in the shade while demons are sitting on the bench at Carnegie Library. They're demons that are monitoring while the state is sounding plane engines. 6BAW592, 87749P2, AH54593, Illinois. 7KHY786, 7TJB321. 8LDX790, 8LQN635, 7A97469, 4LFB354, 63834V1, 6KEP347, 4ZJX988, 6UHK037, 8RBG942, 8NVZ194, 37416K1, already read her license plate, 8VOV707, 8MXV570. This little get-together that these demons are having under the fake sun behind the library, 8TBF686. They're selling food and whatnot, pancakes and tamales, and they're monitoring. Let me be clear, they're monitoring. Route 66 was a criminal act of monitoring and terrorism. The P.O.C. is underway. The state is sounding sirens. All of them are monitoring, right? This is the fest of demons. License 6MABO67, 7CDW709, 8PCT603, 8EBN228, 7WKC275, 7Z38747, 747, 1936783. That's Mason Garrison. City of Upland, of course. 4WMS 955, 7Y03 268. 5AUS 299, 4AOH 006, 8TAS 158, 5UCE 016, 6MUW 558, 7ZFS 817, 29001T2, 7CWC 424, 6NFP 839, 5PWD 123, in case I didn't read that one already. 5HQD 120, 6GPH 353, and that's City of Upland. Yeah, that's fine. All right, they just stand around in the parking lot under the fake sun, and operation of their communication devices is monitoring. Driving around is doing the same thing with the communication devices monitoring. Doing so while you're holding, oh, how much is this? While you're in relevant position under the fake sun is monitoring. All right? So I'm telling you about passing out hygiene kits and water bottles under the fake sun in directed light. You're monitoring, and that's a demon, okay? 8FNC565, 8AVE156. It's 9:59 a.m. 8EBN228, because I didn't read that one. I think I did, though. That is P.O.C. All right, it is 10:02 a.m. I did capture images of, well, actually not images, I captured video of my entrance at 10 o'clock in the morning. And yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning, I am at Euclid and Foothill, and I'm showing you what is the fake sun that's directly over my head, clearly over me as I get off the bus at Uptown and Country Shopping Center. And it remains over my head while I'm at the intersection documenting third parties. It remains over my head while I sit beside what is U.S. Bank at 20 East Foothill Boulevard in Upland, which is north. And I showed you on video while the state's fake sun remains in the window of the vehicle, passing over D Street. Okay, not remaining over D Street. Your eyes are not playing tricks on you, and the state is not maintaining presence both over the roof of the entrance of Fontana Lewis Library, for example, and over the roof, and again, centered over my head, and over the roof of the Ontario Police Department at the same time, and over the, for example, the Upland Public Library. Okay, this is movement of a light source and remaining of a light source. And at 10 o'clock in the morning, where I'm at the U.S. Bank, and I'm showing you also what is molestation with directed light. That is clearly the state's fake sun that's not over this library, contrary to what I'm documenting right now, 24 hours later, directly over me at the staircase, all right, upon entry of the library. This is P.O.C, and that is documentation of what is the state's light source. The environment is present, and this is ongoing documentation of what is sexual violence, as I remain here, ongoing terrorism, and harassment, while the pattern of conduct of the public entity is underway. And that's what this documentation is revealing, and that is what is simultaneously being cataloged as I'm documenting. This is P.O.C. It's 10:04 a.m. at Upland Public Library, state facilitating venue. And this is P.O.C. All right, group stalking in the bathroom, 10:15 a.m. And then you have what is relevant positioning, exiting the bathroom in order to cross path. And that's going to be seen on surveillance cameras, as I'm also referencing the surveillance cameras. This is demonic activity, okay? So this stalker enters the bathroom with simultaneity to my gesturing with my hands. I engage in like a new movement with my hands. And this is just the ability to pay attention to detail, okay? And I'm very, very familiar with the ways these demons operate. This is, under any circumstances, relevant positioning and activity creation and stalking, federal stalking in the private space. So I want to document that. And the Caucasian female, she's a librarian, the state actor who wants to refer to herself as in directed light as Mama Library. That's what you do when you don't want your name to be documented. So anyway, she is crossing path. She's crossing path as she is walking toward what is the back room where the study rooms are. As I'm exiting, this is maintenance of presence as I'm walking in and out of the private space. It's ongoing maintenance in the path. But I want to document what is sexual violence, engaging in affirmative conduct to engage in federal stalking inside of the private space. And like I said, I'm documenting the pattern of conduct in big picture. This is what I'm showing you is you're looking at what is the state's environment everywhere that you are going. The state's pattern of conduct is underway. The state is a sex offender. Okay, so this is revealing what is the pattern of conduct, and sexual violence is inherent to that. Where the pattern of conduct is underway, you are witnessing the ways in which sexual violence is underway, both by molestation of the person, what is surveillance while the targeted individual's entire life is under monitoring by a government and the people of the state who are practicing demonic activity. Okay, so you're talking about outside of the government, which has its own capabilities based on the fact that it's the government. You're talking about demonic activity. Demons know what you're doing while they live next door to you, and they don't have to have some microphone in their ear. They know what you're doing with regard to inside of the private space, those rights, that matter of privacy that is constitutionally protected. When you're engaging in what is and understanding what is demonic activity, understand you're in a different realm. The demonic maintain knowledge of what you are doing, and this is how you are also deducing that, because the state is engaging in the demonic behavioral pattern of stalking with activity, and this is understood based on being subject to ongoing pervasive invasion of privacy, while the state was engaging in conduct which demonstrated a pattern and did so pursuant to what I was doing as I was doing it. And it also applied while I was inside of the bathroom, realizing that my privacy was being invaded and substantially invaded while they were engaging in this demonic system all around me, into the bathroom, out of the bathroom, surrounding inside of the bathroom, engaging in this random noises, weird noises coming, emanating through walls and ceilings while I do anything inside of the private space. This is a sex offender engaging in demonic activity inside of the bathroom. Okay, and basically you're going to prosecute for that. So this is ongoing sexual violence. Like I said, I'm at Upland Public Library. On the cameras is ongoing federal stalking. You're witnessing what are demons that are present to engage in targeting conduct. Being on the job is not any kind of form. These are demons that are filling this venue and working here. Understand that's not any, that's actually irrelevant to what is demon possession. The employees here are demon possessed. So let me break that down for you. Those who are coming here with kids or whatever it is that they look like they're doing, it's not above suspicion. This is the demonic, first of all. Second of all, understand that they are here, the demon-possessed are here engaging in monitoring, and it is sexually violent. And that's just inside of the venue. The state's fake sun and directed light is present. They are monitoring in the venues all around, okay? Inside of the entire parking lot. That whole festival that they have outside of the parking lot, they're all monitoring. That's why the state's environment is present around me inside, okay? So I want to be clear on that. And I'm documenting right now at 10:15 a.m. an African-American female with a young African-American male child, which is supposed to be her form for entering inside of the bathroom. She's concerned about a baby. She's doing that. She's not. And this is the whole false premise of the state system. But I'm just giving you what the form that demons rely on. Okay, and there is no form. You're witnessing what's demonic activity, and they're sex offenders. Okay, entering at the drop of a dime inside of the bathroom while they're already aware of what you're doing, but they will enter in order to engage in maintenance of presence and man that path as they are engaging in monitoring with communication devices, and that federal stalking conduct amongst the demon possessed while they're engaging in entirely demented conduct together is sexual violence of an unprecedented level, never contemplated by federal legislation. All right. So this is documentation of what is ongoing sexual violence as I am subject to it at state facilitating venue Upland Public Library, where the public entity itself is engaging in sexual violence through the people of the state. It's 10:19 a.m. and that's P.O.C. All right, the same conduct, patrolling into the restroom as the hand dryer is on, for example. That's audible activity while I dry my hands. And then crossing path to maintain presence in the bathroom stall, while the state is amplifying the sound of slamming doors and the sound of an elevator inside of the bathroom stall and entering in a cross path while I am creating activity. That is the same thing while a stalker is inside of the private space. Okay, that's what I've documented right now, 11:36 a.m. This is P.O.C. And I am also referencing the security cameras because you're looking at them engaging in sexual violence while demons patrol in and out of the bathroom inside of this private space in what is directed light. There are demons that are engaging in sexual violence together. It's 11:36 a.m. It's P.O.C. All right, I am capturing images of what are the demon possessed as they're pacing up and down the stairs, loitering around the restroom as I'm standing at the circulation desk office. And understand, while I stand here, they're maintaining relevant positioning while they are monitoring all together with communication devices. And I'm showing you what is the directed light that's surrounding them. The skinny little boy that's standing by the staircase, I'm taking pictures of him pacing. The female that enters the restroom, she's stalking in the bathroom and crosses path while the hand dryer is on. She's monitoring as she enters. She's monitoring as she remains. But that is the tactic of the air dryer is audible activity as she enters in to engage in stalking inside of the bathroom. You have what is entering and crossing path while they are walking in directed light on the staircase, and that's what I'm showing. That's what I'm showing you, what you're looking at, images. These are the demon possessed and they're systematically monitoring while the environment is present inside of the venue. And it is currently 11:44 a.m. and that's what you're looking at is the engineered light inside of the venue. And you have I'm capturing video of what is not the sun. That's directly over the ceiling of the library. And you're going to pay attention to this. I'm capturing, for example, while I'm standing outside of the library and it's over the Upland Unified School District, on the side where it places it while I'm inside of the library at 4:45, and the state's aiming its directed light onto what is this would be the east side of the first level. So pay attention to that. But you're also going to look at where the state's fixed sun is over the ceiling. And in order for it has jumped from what is the Euclid Avenue side where I'm capturing it outside of the library. These are the details you're paying attention to. And it's over the staircase over my head while I am facing D Street on the second level after being over what is the Upland Unified School District building. And that is up toward Euclid. That's a total jump to the opposite side of the building. Okay. And also you're going to pay attention to the documentation that I've already captured where I'm capturing from the window of, you'll see the video that I'm capturing. You're looking at the book stacks. They're numbered 2, 3, 4, 5. You have wanted to capture images of patrolling demons through the directed light as they're walking in and out of the bathroom. This is crossing a path. Walking through the doors in the hallways, they're crossing path in directed light. This is monitoring conduct. And this is what they're doing, including the librarians, okay? And so anyway, like I said, you're looking at what is the state's fake sun as I'm capturing at 10 o'clock on the dot. And the fake sun is over the ceiling now after being on the opposite side of the building. Remember, and the state places its fake sun on the opposite side of the building as though the sun remains over D Street all day long while in the city of Upland, D Street right next to the Upland Public Library. And this is the position I'm capturing it in the morning, and that's what I'm pointing on the video. 10 o'clock when I enter, the state's fake sun is over the ceiling, which is to my, as I'm facing south, it is what would be to my right, facing the book stacks that say 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a window behind there where I've already captured video where the state's fake sun is at. I captured it specifically at 10:15 a.m. But understand, that is not going to be visible. And what sort of migration is that? You're paying attention. All the state is doing is moving its fake sun everywhere that I'm moving, relative to my position inside of the building. All right, and I'm showing you that everywhere I'm going, and you can see it clearly here because the state, this venue has windows where you can see where the state is moving its fake sun, and that is distinctly different from being at the tip of what is Euclid and D Street, where I'm capturing it before I enter the venue, 9:35, 9:40, where I'm capturing Omnitrans crossing path, and this is where the state's fake sun is. It's hopping to the opposite side to be over the ceiling. And then you're also remembering where it's outside of the window where I'm capturing it. This is the same thing I'm capturing at the Fontana Lewis Library. Facing Arrow, the window, okay? And the state's fake sun is over my head as I'm piercing through that window. And it's also remaining at D Street. This is what the state is doing, all right? This is not the sun, but I'm showing you what is the nuance of stalking with light, the details, what the state is doing. It's literally just moving it around where I move. And that's exactly what these demons are doing inside. They are pacing around, coming up and down the stairs, walking in and out of the doors, walking in and out of the bathroom as a means of relevant positioning while the state is amplifying the noise inside of the bathroom. It's creating audible activity. Okay, they're monitoring all together. And then they enter inside of the private space, stalking in the bathroom is what I'm documenting. That affirmative sexually violent conduct that is predatory. Okay. okay? Placing directed light inside of the venue, inside of the private space, outside of the private space, on the wall of the private space, that's predatory. All right, that's the sex offender that's monitoring you and letting you know that they're monitoring you and waging that threat while you are entering inside of that private space, which the government has no business engaging in this system in the first place. You're going to prosecute for what is a sex offender engaging in that criminal system inside of that private space, corporately engaging in monitoring what you're doing while you're physically indisposed, genitalia exposed, engaging in private activity, all right, which is public information amongst demons, public information amongst the public entity that's monitoring you together with the people of the state. It's 11:49 a.m. This is Upland Public Library. This is P.O.C. American medical response. Utilizing lights and sirens at Foothill as I'm leaving the library. 8TJX101, 8AJP159, 7VOG288, 8TIC035, 6UEW118, 8NRH722, 8WCU426, 6YGJ854, 6WRL095. It's 6:14 p.m. License 8CJT874. Eight YHG543 6WRL095. And this is West Virginia, and this veteran, at least that's what the lights were, he's monitoring, and he's demon possessed, okay? I'm telling his secret. V15241. P.O.C. He's monitoring an American citizen, okay? It's 6:39 p.m. Alrighty, 4VYA531, 4VZY651, 8UPZ584. This facilitating venue that is anchored by Rite Aid. This is a plaza.
Did you get your...
And it includes Pizza Hut, the Blink Fitness at 130 G Street, keeping the entire plaza black upon entry, and then turning on the lights of the parking lot and of the shopping plaza. That's facilitation, and that's an act of terrorism by the property while they're engaging in federal stalking. And directed light is covering the parking lot. 5RPT731, and then you have the demon possessed that engage in an ongoing course of stalking with audible activity. That is the conduct by the people of the state, by the entity. That's called terrorism. While you're surrounded by that environment and they go out of their way to engage in the P.O.C. in such demonstrative manners, the entire plaza was black, and then they turn on the lights while I'm on the property. So that's, I want to document that. That's terrorism. This is the plaza that's on G Street, 8KTV911, 8AEE711, 39680C1, AAA stalking with audible activity, 90191V2, 5RPT731, 7DZC934. And again, that's Rite Aid, that's Pizza Hut, Giant Variety Store, Kids Empire, Blink Fitness. This is the venue where they're engaging in P.O.C. 8XNY078, BU61L34. It's paper. It is 6:58 p.m. That's P.O.C. $7:47 p.m. at 630 North Fern, where the people are engaging in light activity creation using their venue, namely 630 North Fern, creating light activity in relevant position, monitoring with communication devices inside of that third-party facilitating venue with the address of 630 North Fern. It is also a means of touching, molesting with the state. I also want to document molestation by the entity engaging in molestation of my breasts while they are crossing path, and the state and the people together are molesting, touching with directed light. All right. It is while they're monitoring what I'm doing, what I'm looking at on my phone as I'm doing it. 7:48 p.m. This is P.O.C.